Assalamu alaikum friends. Today our topic is fixing broken supply chains. How nation can survive war, inflation and collapse. So what happens when trucks stop moving? Ports shut down, fuels become unaffordable and markets stop behaving normally? This is not just an economic crisis, this is supply chain collapse. And in war, destruction, or hyperinflation, the first thing that dies is not money, it is movement of goods. Okay, so let's start. So, what is exactly a supply chain? A supply chain is not just transparent, it is a living system made of 5 layers: productions, that is, farms, factories, storage, warehouse, cold storage, transport, trucks, ships, rail, distribution, wholesalers, retailers, then consumption, that is people. Even if one layer breaks, the whole system fails. So now, how the supply chain collapse? In war or inflation, collapse happen in predictable ways. Fuel shortage stops transport, currency crash disrupt imports, roads and ports get damaged, panic buying empties market, and businesses stop operating. So it is not one disaster, it is a chain reaction. Okay. So the core solution principle will be to fix a broken supply chain. You don't rebuild everything at once. You decentralize it. Okay. So from global to national to local to community to household. This is how the flow goes. So the transport fix, okay, how this movement system. Local transport networks, how it works, small vehicles instead of large trucks you can use. Village to village supply routes. Then decentralized distribution. Multiple small hubs instead of one big warehouse. Low fuel mobility. That is bike, rickshaw, shared transport, cycle, short distance logistic you can use. So when fuel is scarce, distance is the enemy. Then comes the production reset, that is local first model. Shift from imported goods to local production, local farming, small scale manufacturing, community workshop. The closer production is to consumption, the stronger the system. Then comes the storage infrastructure. Okay, that is the hidden backbone, like local warehouses, small distributed storage unit, cold storage, basic and solar based. So it reduces food wastage. Then grain banks, community level food reserve. Storage is survival buffer in crisis. Then comes the inflation proof supply chain. When currency loses value, supply chains must shift behavior. Barter systems, good exchanges. Okay, local pricing is essential, that is food, fuel, alternatives. Stable commodities, grain, salt, oil, okay, and some things which you can grow. So in inflation, trust replaces currency. Then comes energy as supply chain fuel. No supply chain works without energy. Solution will be solar power logistic hubs, biogas for rural transport, fuel prioritization for essentials. So energy determines how far goods can move. Then comes community-based supply chains. Neighborhood production units started, local farmers, local buyers directly connected. Cooperative distribution system. So the community supply chain survive where national system fail. Then wartime supply chain strategy. In conflict zone, supply chain becomes survival networks. So safe humanitarian corridors, protected supply zones, mobile distribution units, then emergency food plus medicine route. So speed plus safety becomes more important than scale. Okay. Then comes the layer resilient supply chain model. First layer should be the household production, food basic. Second layer should be the community exchange system. Third layer should be local manufacturing. Fourth layer should be regional distribution hubs. Fifth one should be national recovery system. If top layers fails, lower layers still function. This is how you should map out. Then common mistake in crisis supply chains: over dependence on imports, centralized logistic only. Okay, that is a common mistake. No backup transport system, no storage buffers, no local production capacity. Then real insight: supply chains don't fail because systems are weak. They fail because they are too centralized and too fragile. So the solution is not bigger system, it is smarter, smaller, distributed system. So to fix any broken supply chain, decentralize production, localize distribution, diversify transport, then strengthen storage, stabilize energy. So in war or inflation, money becomes uncertain, but food, transport and local system becomes everything. So the future of supply chain is not global domination, it is local resilience and distributed strength. So if this change your perspective, share it, because understanding system is the first step to surviving. Allah Hafiz.